Welcome everyone to this Performance Elite webinar. We're so excited that you have taken time out of your busy schedule to learn more about not only the Performance Elite line, but really to learn about what Advocare is all about. So chances are someone has encouraged you, cared enough about you. Maybe you've seen someone that has used some of the products and you want to know more. Well, we're going to answer those questions for you today. But before we get started in terms of the Performance Elite products, let's talk about who Advocare is and really what we do, because that's really important for you to understand who we are and what we're all about. First of all, Advocare, we are a world-class nutrition company. We have been around for 20 years. That gives us a solid track record in the marketing place and in the community. But we're based in Plano, Texas, and we have over 70-plus nutritional product lines. And our goal is to go over a specific set group, the Performance Elite, tonight. But understand this, that all of our products, whether you're looking for weight loss, energy, performance product, enhancing products, whatever you're looking for, there is over 250 years of science that backs that up, and that's important for you to know. But that's a little bit about who we are, and then really what we provide are solutions. We provide solutions to families in two key areas, and that mainly is in health, and we talked about that, whether you need to lose weight, add energy, performance, wellness, but we also provide solutions financially for families as well. And so we're going to be touching on both of those. Whether you want to earn a little or a lot, the really awesome thing for you to know is you may be here tonight to learn just about the products. But it's important for you to understand, because the products work so effectively and so well, that there is an incredible opportunity to earn income. And we're going to be hearing some incredible stories about both of those aspects as far as who we are and what we do. But I told you we were around for over 20 years, and that is largely in part because of Charlie Regis, the founder of our company, wanted to do things differently in the direct sales market. And so he had a vision. It's important for you to understand what those three founding principles were when he decided to create Advocare. He wanted to create the world's finest nutritional products on the planet. And you know what? All you have to do is take the products yourself when you understand that that is absolutely the case. But he also wanted to use the direct selling model to be able to get those products into the hands of individuals. Because of this specific reason of number 3 is he wanted to provide an opportunity for ordinary people to do something extraordinary with their lives. And that's how Advocare was created. And we have what we call the Advocare Advantage. And that's really part of what makes Advocare so special is the products, because there's the latest cutting science behind all of our products. We have the highest quality ingredients and the highest bioavailable ingredients in terms of your body can absorb and utilize the product. And we have independent testing, and we're going to be talking more about that in just a little bit. But that is the Advocare Advantage, and all that means is that they're safe and effective. And they're safe and effective because Charlie sought out to have a scientific and medical advisory board over 20 years ago that would be unmatched in the industry. And so today, 20 years later, we have 8 individuals that make up over 250 years worth of experience in the medical and nutritional field. And so you see those listed there. Dr. Sid Stowe, who's the professor of pharmacology and toxicology at Creighton University. So he makes sure that our products are safe and effective, you know, as well as all of them do, and they all bring a certain niche to the field. I want to just touch on Dr. Stanley Dudrick, the third one down on the left-hand side. You know what? He pioneered IV nutrition. That technology has saved millions of preemie babies' lives. But, you know, before that, before IV nutrition was invented, You couldn't get nutrition in your veins when you were too sick to eat. So Dr. Dudrick understands how our products need to receive, how our bodies need to receive nutrition. And that same science goes into our products. And that's really what makes Advocare so extremely special. So let's talk also about this. And I want to bring on my good friend, CJ Stockel, to talk a little bit about his story and he's going to talk a little bit further in terms of why these products are safe and effective, because he not only was introduced to Advocare, but more importantly, his daughter was. So, CJ, why don't you tell them a little bit about your story, how you were introduced, and a little bit more about the safety and efficacy of Advocare products.
Denise, thank you very much for the opportunity to be on here tonight and to share, because, all of us have a purpose in life. We do something for a reason, and what you see in front of you is my purpose, really, for how we got involved with Advocare. My daughter, Hope, is one of the elite Olympic-style weightlifters in this country. She's been on 3 world teams, 2 youth, and 1 junior world team. And in fact, last year was ranked 7th in the world with the youth. So this is kind of how we got involved. Jesse Reynolds, our sponsor, brought it to my attention and said, hey, we're doing something in Jacksonville. We think it could affect Hope's lifting and help her become better. So what I started doing is I dug into the products. I started looking at the products and what was available. Hope started off using mass impact, post-workout recovery, and nighttime recovery. And in fact, nighttime recovery is the second most popular product that we have for our endorsers, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little while. But what I saw right off the bat, which gave me a great deal of strength in the product, was Informed Choice. Informed Choice used to be a World Anti-Doping Agency laboratory, a WADA lab, and instead now they are a professional laboratory where they check products for businesses. We have 45 of our products tested by them, and I knew with that when she was tested by the United States Anti-Doping Agency and by WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, that she would be negative and everything would be fine. And she has been tested many times since then. That was the first strength, if you will, leg of integrity that I saw in the products that I really kind of caught my eye. The second was, as a father, you want to know who's using them, and so you call your friends. Second level down, far right-hand side, Kevin Yoxel, at this time was the strength coach for Auburn University. And I called Kev, we're buds. I said, hey, man, what do you think? He said, get on the products. He said, we're using them, have been using them. He was using them, I think, when they were out in UCLA years ago. And he's, telling me this is what you want to do. So, again, you look at these coaches right here and professionals. They're putting their name on these products. All of us have an image that we put out there in our businesses, a label, if you will, and they're putting their face on this. And that right there was huge strength when Kevin Yoxel told me that, because I respected him so much in the business. The next thing that I saw, a gentleman second down the left-hand side, Mike Bergner. Mike and I have been friends since about 1990, and I knew that he had been using the products. I knew his son and daughter-in-law and all his children had been using the products. And, again, that speaks volumes when you say, my child uses this. In fact, Mike had introduced me to Advocare in 1999 at the Olympic Training Center. We had a young lady get altitude sickness, and he gave her Rehydrate. Within 30 minutes, she was fine. The problem was I didn't have a dog in the hunt. Hope is my dog in the hunt, and that's really what brought me to Advocare. So, when you look at that and you see the faces, again, we have over 150 non-paid endorsers. Charlie Reagan said, hey, I don't want to pay somebody to say what I want them to say. I want them to tell us how they feel about the products and what they're using. Drew Brees is our national spokesperson. In 2002, he started using the products. He gets injured, gets shipped off to New Orleans. They think he's just going to rot away over there. Instead, he's using the products. He credits the products for his recovery. The story's written. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. MVP of the Super Bowl. The guy has rewritten his entire life, and he says a lot of it has to do with the Advocare products. And he came to us about 3 years ago and says, I want to be the face because of what you guys have done for me. I want to be able to help change other people's lives. And, that's kind of what this business is about, changing other people's lives. We were introduced to the products because of Hope. After seeing what she had done and the success that she had and everything that we saw in the products, I decided we were going to do this on the business side. And it was June of 2011. The first year, those 7 months, we averaged $1,000 a month, part-time job. Not only am I a international coach with USA Weightlifting, but my day job is a high school teacher, strength and conditioning coach, and football coach, and I've been doing it for 28 years. And so adding $1,000 a month to our income was huge because Madison, our oldest daughter at that time, was at Florida State and still is. And she was entering her sophomore year, and we were going to be taking on financial debt, $20,000 a year. So we had to find another way to try to replace that. Well, part-time job became a full-time income the second year. In fact, in the second year we were in it, we made $70,000. That is $20,000 or almost $20,000 more than I make as a teacher. Again, a part-time job, a full-time income. And this going into our second full year, we will be somewhere around $130,000. Opportunity and options is what Charlie Regis wanted to present to people with the direct selling market of these products. And he has given us that opportunity, and he's presented us a different lifestyle. And now we can give back. We can pay it forward. We can change other people's lives on a daily basis. And that's what I love about AdvoCare.
I love that. Thank you so much, CJ, for sharing. It started with the products with his daughter. And, again, he was introduced back in 1999, did you say?
Yeah.
From Mike Bergner. So, the products have been around that long, but, timing is everything. And he saw an opportunity to help his daughter. And in turn, not only has he been able to, those products have been able to incredibly help her in terms of her performance, who's getting on that world stage, but also what it's done for them financially as a family. So, and I am just so excited about the lives that you're impacting, because it's not just about you. We know that you're impacting hundreds of families' lives on a financial basis as well. So thank you so much for sharing, CJ. Next story we want to talk to you about, we talk about weight loss, and so, the half of the population is overweight. So when you look at AdvoCare, those are the two things that AdvoCare comes from. If someone looks at AdvoCare, they're probably looking for energy or weight loss. But what I love about Jennifer's story is that it was a story of weight loss, but it transitioned into the performance product. So, Jennifer Yebra, why don't you just share your story with these gentlemen and men that are women that are on this call tonight?
Thanks, Denise. Well, it started out with a challenge. I was an exhausted mom, worked night shift, had an 18-month-old, had been trying to get rid of all the weight I had, tried so many diets, but I still didn't feel right. I didn't feel the best way I had in high school when I played soccer. I was just tired of being tired. So I got on the 24-day challenge, and within 3 days and working a 36-hour shift, I had energy. I had enough energy to get off the couch, to do things around the house, to play with my 18-month-old, and be there with him, not just laying there. Within 24 days, I lost 26 pounds. I went from a size 16 to a size 6. Since then, I've been able to lose 48 pounds and went to a size 4. And then in April of this year, I added in CrossFit. When I did that, I started adding in the Performance Elite line and started seeing muscle definition. My legs started to get more toned. My arms started to get more toned too, and I lost inches off my waist. And I was feeling good. I had enough energy to do stuff still. And, I tried the VO2 Prime Bar, and I had done a WOD one morning and also rode 1,000 meters, and I just felt so good that I went home and I ran 3.5 miles. And I felt like I could go all day long and, just run and do, feel amazing and just not be wore out. The products do work. I feel great. Then I started gradually sharing it with my friends and have been able to average $1,000 a month. And with the help of my leaders, I'm going to be earning $3,000 a month by March. So
that is
pretty amazing.
Awesome, Jennifer. And it all starts with, a purpose. And your purpose was to, that precious little 18-month-old over there, that was your purpose, to be healthy, to spend more time with him and enjoy life with him. And what it's transitioned into is, you've become that athlete. And I know you were a soccer player in high school, and you've gotten that competitive edge back. And you are just, I've seen you in CrossFit, and I have had the privilege of working out with you, and you're a beast. So you've had incredible results. But what's even more exciting about that is not only do you get your health back and you get your figure back and you just look amazing, but you're putting money in your family's pocket by sharing the love of Advocare with other people. And so we're so excited that you were able to share with us tonight. So thank you so much, Jennifer. Okay, we've got talk about young guns and talk about studs. We've got Christian Davila on the phone tonight, and Christian is the ripe old age of 20 years old, and he is a CrossFit enthusiast. He's a coach and a competitor. So I want you to hear about what Advocare has done for him. Christian, why don't you just take it away?
Denise, when I got started with Advocare, I had an old high school coach come up to me, and he knew I was into working out, and I just got done off, playing college baseball and decided to put that away. I was into working out more than I liked baseball, so he came to me with these products and just kind of shared with me that Drew Brees took them, and he was a national spokesperson, and, kind of showed them to me, what they could do for me in my workouts. And luckily, he knew that I just started CrossFitting, and I was really big into that. So luckily, he sampled me a ton of products. He was nice enough to sample me pretty much almost everything in the Performance Elite line. So that was pretty cool. The first thing I had was Spark. I had it at our meeting. Had a ton of focus, ton of energy. I took that Spark into the gym the next day. Had a great workout. Had a ton of energy. I never felt like that in a workout before, and it wasn't even a true pre-workout. So I'm like, wow, some of these other products really got to work. My favorite product that I've stuck with for, the entire year now that I've been involved with Advocare would be the post-workout recovery. That's the one that actually worked the most to me, and I will not go a day without it. The post-workout recovery just allowed me to work out 100% from day to day. And, as my CrossFit journey has gone on, I've gone from, just being a normal CrossFitter where I do one workout a day, and I've gone from that to now I have a coach, and I'm on a program, and I'm competing at a high level, so I have to do anywhere from 2 to 4 workouts a day, and, on competition days, anywhere from 5 workouts a day, and do that, multiple times, a week. So post-workout recovery really allows me to recover, within just hours of working out. I have to hit a workout at, 7 a.m. in the morning and come back, at 10 a.m. and squeeze in another one. I feel like I didn't even work out that morning. I really do, think it contributed that to the post-workout recovery, because no matter what, that's the one product I stick with. If I have to cut some out, that's the main one I go with. That's the big thing about Advocare to me, is that the recovery that goes in with these products, that's big. Most of our Performance Elite line products have to do with recovery, and that's big in my sport and CrossFit, how we do multiple workouts a day and 7 days a week, most competitors. So, that's the big thing for me. I saw massive strength gains. My work capacity has gone through the roof. I've gone from being just a raw athlete to, a skilled athlete. This past year, I was, 6 months into CrossFit when I entered into the, Worldwide CrossFit Open, for the journey to try to make the CrossFit Games, and ended up 131st in the Southeast, out of like 8,000 competitors, with a bunch of weaknesses that got exposed. And so I got a coach, and we attacked those weaknesses, and I've really worked on those. Came out to competition in Miami this past weekend against, some of the best athletes, not only in the Southeast but in the world, and, finished 13th overall out of 105. And I was there and, in the athlete warm-up with my huge bag of Advocare supplements, along with, a bunch of other athletes down there that were on Advocare too, which is really cool to see, other, great athletes in this country taking Advocare products. So I really contribute a lot of my success to the Advocare products, allowing me to, go 100% day in and day out, multiple times a day. And, because of that, a lot of people ask me what I take, all the time in the gym. So, being a coach, and that's really allowed me to, go on the business side of Advocare. When I got involved, I was a broke college student, had no money. I think, last year, I guess it'd be a year and a half, I don't even think I had a bank account. Yeah, I didn't even have a bank account. And now I have a bank account with money that I never even thought would be in it. It's kind of crazy being just a 20-year-old making, right now I consistently make about $1,500 a month, and that is growing thanks to, my leaders, Jennifer. I'm on pace by the end of the year to be making about $3,000 a month, which is just insane. Being a full-time college student, full-time athlete, and a full-time coach, there's not much free time to run around, doing things. For me to be able to, take on something like Advocare and, share with family and friends and share the opportunity that the product can have, with people and, the income opportunity as well. It's, a true blessing that I'm able to do something like this and make this kind of money at such a young age. So the products have, changed my life a lot, my athletic career, and definitely on a financial standpoint, they've done something I couldn't imagine that I could do right now at this age. So that's pretty much what, Advocare has done for me so far.
That is awesome, and we know you're just getting started, Christian, and so we so look forward to seeing you at the World Games for sure, and we know that you're climbing up that ladder of success with Advocare financially because you at such a young age being able to capitalize on this opportunity, you're going to be able to look back in a few years and you're never going to have to worry about finances, and you're never going to have to worry about when you start off your family, you're going to do it right without debt. So we're just so excited that you're able to share with us today. Thank you so much. So I wanted to also bring on Vlad, good friend of mine. He's a family man. Look at that, his wonderful, beautiful wife and beautiful daughter. He's a personal trainer and has trained NFL players, and he's also a CrossFitter. So we wanted Vlad to come on and share a little bit about his story about some of his favorite products, Performance Elite products with Advocare. So Vlad, why don't you just take it away?
How you guys doing? Well, as you heard, I've been in the fitness industry for about 14 years. I used to work with NFL athletes back in the early 2000s, and I've recently ventured into CrossFit, and what I've been finding is that I recover so much better from the demand of intense activity. I can do more frequent workouts with more intense activity and recover so much better, in turn making me a better athlete. What I've found through Advocare is that these amazing, safe, effective products are helping me forge a higher level of fitness. It's also helping me with finances as well. It also paid for my trip to the CrossFit Games this year to be able to watch these amazing athletes perform. It's been averaging about an extra $500 a month. And the vision that I'm casting for my team is to be able to help, the next 10 families earn $500 to $1,000 monthly. So what we're doing is we're helping people, improve their quality of lives. We're also helping them by, improving their health and fitness, but then also offering them this financial opportunity, which is amazing. And I'm so excited to be a part of it. My favorite product right now, which I do like all of the, Performance Elite line, I really am enjoying the DB9 BioTools. Last week, I got a personal record on an overhead squat, which I never thought I could get, which was 25 pounds over my previous. And I still worked out again later on that day. So what you're finding is that the quality of these products are really well put together. They're formulated to make sure that we can recover properly from, intense exercise. So which is a fun thing, right? So that's what we're here to do, is to help people not only get healthy, but also improve the quality of life financially.
I love that, Vlad, and that is so true. Because when you have your health and get your finances on track, you can't ask for anything better. So thank you so much. And you know what? The DB9 is a new launch product that Drew Brees put his face on his name to, because that's one of the key products, the BioCharge, the BioTools, that have been an arsenal in his tool belt to allow him to recover. And, and the recovery is definitely where it's at. And I want to share my performance story. I'm just like Jennifer Yebra. I had a weight loss story. I was a mom of 3 very busy children. Nap was my favorite part of the day, and I had weight loss, and I needed weight loss. I was pregnant for 2 years, back-to-back pregnancies, so I was looking for a solution in terms of weight loss. And, I achieved that on some of our trim line products, specifically the 24-day challenge, and dropped 4 dress sizes in 4 months. But what that allowed me is it allowed me to get my competitive edge back. It gave me the confidence to know to get back into the groove. I was, a runner in high school and in college, and I was always very athletic. So when I started to get my health back, like Vlad was talking about, I wanted to get that competitive edge back, and I was introduced to triathlon, fell in love with it. I've always been an endurance athlete in terms of running, and so I wanted to talk about in terms of just some 3 key products. I have used every single one of the products out in the market, and recovery is the key. Nighttime recovery is absolutely huge, especially for endurance athletes. But I thought it was kind of funny. I was looking through some pictures. If you see here, SLAM is actually what I'm holding in my hand, where that arrow is being pointed to. So, and then even on my nutrition bag, you can see that there's some Rehydrate liquid that is in there. So I am a product of the product, and I've been able to utilize these products as I've amped up my going from sprint triathlons to Olympic distances to half Ironman, and even to Ironman endurance events. And so what was so important in terms of, from an endurance athlete's perspective, it's just allowing your body to go in for the long haul, and it's all about pacing. And so one of my favorite products that I wanted to share about is not necessarily in the Performance Elite products, but they are a performance product, and they're in the active line. So it's O2 Gold. And O2 Gold, the best way I can, share that with someone is it gives you a third lung when you're in terms of a runner's perspective. So that's how it makes you go longer, stronger, and you feel amazing. SLAM is something I use that last 6 miles on that long run. If I need that little extra edge, I'm gonna pop open that SLAM and give me that jolt to help me finish out the race. And actually, the picture to the far right is an example of I was coming in second place overall in an Olympic distance, but I remember it specifically. I took a SLAM, and it was down to the wire, and I was first and second place. We were toe to toe. Took that SLAM, and I just blew by her, and never looked back. So that was pretty exciting. But Rehydrate gel is something too. It's important. If you look at the middle running picture, you see my leg, and that's all salt, So when you're sweating and you're on the bike, you're doing a long distance event. It's all about keeping those electrolytes up to date. And Rehydrate Gel just does an incredible job in terms of keeping those electrolytes in check, but also giving you that energy that you need throughout your event. So those are just some of the 3 key products that I love, and I've attributed to my success in terms of just being, I won't ever get paid millions of dollars to do Advocare, but what I love about these products is professional athletes take our products. We get the advantage of being, whether you want to be a weekend warrior, whether you want to get that competitive edge back and see, how far you can take your body, you can do that with the power of our products. So let's talk about, how you can choose to come into relationship with Advocare, because it's important for you to know. You're on this call tonight, and you want to know, how do I get the products? Well, we have exclusivity on the products. You can't go to GNC. You can't go to Walmart. You can't go to, all those other chains and find Advocare. And that was really designed by purpose, and with Charlie Regis had that vision of having that individual be able to take care of you and recommend those products to you and be a coach through you to ensure that you're getting the maximum benefit on those products. So because there's exclusivity, there's 4 relationships that you can choose to join Advocare, and I want to go over those really quickly with you tonight. You can choose to be a retail customer, and that's purchasing products from directly the person that's sharing Advocare with you tonight. Or you can choose to become a wholesale customer. And all that is that you are getting a wholesale price on the products. It's a $79 one-time fee, and you get 20% off of your products. Now, with that $79, you're getting almost $60 worth of products in the form of Slam and Spark. And so for basically a $20 investment, you're getting immediately 20% off of your products. Important thing to know here with the relationship number 2 is that there is never any forced auto ship. You will never your credit card will never be charged anything that you did not order. So you get to order what you want, when you want, and have it shipped directly to your doorstep. Very convenient. And so that's an important thing to know. And there's never any minimums in order for you to maintain that discount level. No monthly minimums, no annual minimums. So it truly is a discount card. So if you're budget conscious or you love to clip coupons, option number 2 may be a wonderful option for you. But I want to talk about relationship number 3 and number 4 in a little bit more detail. That's a distributor at the 40% discount level. We call a distributor at the 40%, which is our maximum discount level in Advocare. We call that advisor. And all that means is that you love products, your whole family's on products possibly, and you're getting them at the highest discount level. But you know what? That opens up the opportunity for you to earn income. Whether you want to make a little or a lot, it's totally up to you. The distributor at, the relationship at number 3, the distributor at 40%, is really only interested in earning a little bit of money. But the option number 4 is someone that wants to earn significant money. And that's still at the 40% discount level. But this mindset of someone is they have a business mindset. They're not so focused on sharing the products, which they do, but they're more interested in helping other people earn an income, which, again, remember this, that if you're interested and you're thinking about, what these products are awesome, what if I say yes to the Advocare? Understand this is a discretionary business. This is done in your discretionary time. So it truly is what CJ talked about, part-time effort that can lead to full-time income. And I like to talk about this. Be thinking about, a lot of people, love what they do, and they have great jobs, and but they need some extra money, maybe just to put some extra gas in the gas tank or groceries, because the groceries are, costs are going higher, or maybe even just the games to get in to have your children be able to do the sports that they want. So you just need a little extra money to make the budget go that much better. Or maybe, there's always gifts. There's always birthdays and Christmas and Easter all around the corner. So maybe you just need a little bit of extra gifts. So we call this our 4G network. This is someone who's interested in just earning a little bit income. But you know what? Again, relationship number 4 is significant income. And so this is where, when you're looking at Advocare, this is where I get really excited. And this is when people's eyeballs kind of pop open, is because these are the average total income based on the leadership levels in Advocare. And so what I want to encourage you to do is not so much look at what the silver, gold, and 3-star, all that means, but I want you to see what the average income is based on each level. It starts off at an extra $12,000 a year, just hitting the first leadership level. What would that look like for you to have an extra $12,000 at the end of the year? Would that make things more comfortable for you? Or you know what? There are people, Scott and I have, been involved in Advocare for over 11 years. I was a product user for 11 years, but I was also, a hobbyist for many of those years. But in 2010, we got very intentional with the business, primarily because of this simple thing, is that our oldest turned 19 and he needed to go to college, and he wanted to go to out-of-state college, which was going to be about $40,000 a year. We did not have that saved up. So this is what the reality looked like for me and my husband, is either my son was willing to go in student loan debt because he was desperate to go to that college, or we were going to go into parent loan debt, and I didn't want either one of those. So we took a serious look at Advocare from the business perspective and said, you know what, we love these products so much, and we know that everybody loves these products because everybody that we get started thanks us on this. So what we did is we just joined arms with 3 people, and we just started helping them build a business, helping them to determine, what would an extra $1,000 a month look like for you and your family's finances. And so in 2010, we locked arms. We made $22,000 that year. In 2011, we locked arms with 3 more people, and we always talk about you can work in lines of 3. So in 2011, we started helping 3 more individuals, helping them create their organizations. We went from $22,000 to $71,000. That was a 365% increase in income. That was very significant for us. That was getting our son's tuition paid for in cash. No debt was going to be incurred for him or for us. In 2012, guess what? We locked arms with 3 more people. We went from that $71,000 to we were earning $224,000 with Advocare that year in 2012. And that was a very significant year for us because in April of that year, my husband lost his job due to the economy, and we didn't even see that thing coming. So our plan B income quickly turned into our plan A income. It gave us options and choices of how to live life. And we chose to live life simply by this. We were earning about $15,000 a month at the time when he lost his job. It gave him options and choices to come home and spend the summer with his children and be the dad that he was called to be. That is powerful, and it all starts with the products. We're in 2013. Scott and I earned the diamond. You see the income disclosure, the diamond level back in May. We're going to finish out this year probably close to $550,000. We average anywhere from $40,000 to $45,000 a month, and we have life on our terms, and it all is just about locking arms with other people. But this is what I get excited about, because it's not about us and it's about our story. It's about you. And where are you in the timing of the company? Last weekend was Labor Day weekend, but we call it Advocare weekend because this is when Advocare was coming out. And we're coming out really big. And we've been around for over 20 years, but the cool thing is that we are growing at light speed, warp speed, because we just finished out the Advocare 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Same day or same weekend, there was a major Texas kickoff. We had commercials of Drew Brees and Jason Witten that were featured on ESPN and ABC. We had another college football kickoff game starting back in Houston Stadium. So, and the Cowboys Classic. So you just name it, it was happening. Advocare is quickly becoming a household name because You're able to see it on TV, and I don't know what that is about it, but when you see it on TV, it makes it legit. So we were kind of an unknown, but we're quickly becoming a household name. We are becoming the Nike of nutrition, and you want to make sure that all that coverage that we just had this weekend, that you can, if you say yes to Advocare, you get to benefit from all of that. So what I love about this is for every dollar that is earned or company revenue, you get 60 cents on the dollar goes back to the distributor that says yes to the business. So in terms of timing, what's possible for you, I love this this slide in this presentation because it talks about by 2016 we're going to be $1 billion company in U.S. soil, and that's absolutely huge. But you want to say yes before we hit $1 billion, because what I know about direct sales is the sweet spot for direct sales is being from 20 to 25 years, and we just celebrated our 20th year anniversary. So what that means is if you have the ability to focus and put your head down for 18 months, you can create an income that would take you a lifetime to be able to accomplish in corporate America. So I want to just close out on this. This is the average American family, and this could be you. If this is not you, it's probably friends that you know. And so I want to just share with you real quickly some statistics on that. The average American has less than $3,800 in the bank. That was us, guys, back in 2010 when we said yes to Advocare from the business perspective. And thank God we said yes to Advocare then, because we would be in financial bankruptcy had we not had our Plan B income turn into our Plan A when Scott lost his job. But this is very interesting, is that their neighbors only have $35,000 saved for retirement, and they have no mutual funds, stocks, or bonds. They can't manage to pay off their $2,200 credit card balance. The average American makes $43,000 a year. Their house is worth $160,000, but they owe $95,000 to the bank, so they don't really own their own house. And so these are statistics, financial statistics. 82% of all Americans hate what they do, and over 60% of working Americans drop a child off at daycare every day. 66% of all American adults are overweight, and over $220 billion is being spent in the health and wellness industry. Well over $5 billion was spent in energy drink sales alone in 2011. What does that say about Advocare? It says that we have the vehicle to take you to a place that you've never dreamed about. So I want to close it with this. Do you have a plan for 2013? And so these are questions you need to be asking yourself, because if it's not going to be Advocare, what's going to be? What is your 2000 going to look like? Is your 2013 going to look like your 2012? What are you going to do different? Because chances are you're just focused on the end of the month, making that from month to month. And what we want to encourage you is to thinking from year to year. You can have life differently on terms differently for you. Are you getting paid for the work that you performed in 2010? This is a residual income compensation plan. You get paid based on the efforts that you do years ago. When I got introduced to Advocare 11 years ago, guess what? I shared product with a friend of mine down the street. She has consistently ordered products from me for 11 years because she loves the products. Well, guess what? I've been paid residually over that one transaction, that one conversation that happened over 11 years ago. That is the power of residual income and the power of direct sales. Will you get paid in 2016 for the work you perform tomorrow? Think about that. I'm going to continue to get paid on that, on my friend who continues to order products. Been doing it for 11 years. It will continue to happen then. So think about that. Can you get paid, 6 years down the road for what you did tomorrow? Because you can say yes tomorrow and start getting paid. And if not, why not Advocare? If not Advocare, what's it going to be? What's your plan going to be? I encourage you to dream big. Advocare, remember, Charlie Regis wanted Advocare to be a company, to be an advocate of helping people in their health and finances. So this is what I encourage you to do. If you're, get back to the person that encouraged you to get on this call, check it out. Get started on the products if you've never tried the products. Allow the performance products to do what they're designed to do to add performance, and help you get to where you want to be in terms of your performance. And if the business makes sense at all, I encourage you to have a very candid conversation with the person that's helping you, because they will lock arms with you and they will help you see how easy and simple this business is. So on behalf of all the speakers tonight and my husband and I, we are just so thankful that you took time out of your busy schedule. Get back to the person that introduced you to this call and get started today. Thank you. God bless. Good night.